just started the recording of this breakout session. And so I want to start with some introductions today. My name is Breezy Gutierrez. I'm one of the college and career readiness coaches, recently hired in July, coming from my position as a classroom teacher and assistant principal for the last 15 years. I had to think about that for a second. For the last 15 years. And my area was very, spread out in the things that I did. So, math, science, health, CTE, PE, coaching, so many different things. So what I'm going to do right now is just go around the room and everybody else can introduce themselves. So I'm going to start with Jean, because you're to the right of my screen, if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Jean Wood. I also work at PED in the IT department. I'm a hiring manager that's always looking for people, and the IT community in New Mexico feels so small, and so that's kind of why I'm interested to be here.
It's nice to have you here. Lori, you're to the right of my screen if you want to say something.
Hi. I'm Lori Liebrock. I'm with the New Mexico Cybersecurity Center of Excellence at New Mexico Tech, and worked on the statewide plan. I had Spencer Wilcox from PNM sent this to me because we've been working together on a number of things. And I came in both to hear what people had to say and to try and figure out how we can do better in our education pathways in cybersecurity in particular, but also we have just briefly a new endowment where we're hiring a faculty member for computer science education, both helping reach back to the K-12, mostly high school, but also middle school, and changing pedagogy and improving that for learners with different styles in college level. And so I'm interested in all of this discussion for both of those aspects.
Awesome. Thank you for your contributions to the work. Veronica.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Veronica Sanders, and I also work with the NMPED in the College and Career Readiness Bureau. And I come from a background in education as well. I worked both as an elementary and secondary teacher and principal, and then came over to work with PED. And so I apologize. I may go off camera here and there. I'm actually out of state right now. And I'm having kind of spotty internet, but I'm here.
Thanks, Veronica. Clara?
Hi, Clara Wells from New Mexico State University College of Engineering. And then I'm also the state advisor for the Technology Student Association.
Nice to see you again, Clara. Kristen?
Hi, I'm Kristen Adara. I'm a hiring manager at Sandia National Labs in the field of software security, which is really a blend between cybersecurity and software engineering. And I'm sorry I'm going to stay off camera because I'm eating lunch right now.
I'm the same way. I don't like people to see me eat, so I'm fine with that. Thank you for being here. Kimberly?
Hi, everyone. Kimberly Carlisle. I'm actually with Amazon Web Services on their Education to Workforce team. So we were notified about this meeting as we provide curriculum, and we have some partnerships with K-12 and higher ed institutions to teach cloud computing courses that often align with computer science. So happy to be here.
Thank you. We have a variety of industry partners here, so that's great. Jamie's here too. I know she's going to be popping in and out of me. And so if you have anything else to say before I get started, you can do that. But I'm going I'm going to drop the link in the chat for the Padlet, and then I'll share my screen, okay? So if you click on that, you're going to be able to enter in some information to add to these questions. All right, so can everybody see my screen? I take that as a yes. Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
Okay. I was like, you could give me a thumbs up or you can unmute yourself. I have a granddaughter and we're both really, we're under the weather. So if I mute myself, it's probably because she's screaming in the background. So I just want to give you a heads up what's going on. All right. So the first question is, what is one thing that you would consider an essential piece of every CSIT program? And to answer that, you'll just click on the plus sign underneath. And so once you click on the plus sign, you can put your answer in the subject heading, or you can also put it where it says write something fantastic down here. And so I'll give you a little bit of time to think about those things in your workplace that you consider is that important, essential piece of every CSIT program. If any of you are having trouble typing it into the Padlet document, you can also type it into the chat and I'll enter it into the document for you too as well. And don't be shy. List as many things that you can come up with or think of that you come in contact to on an everyday basis, or what you learned as part of your training in becoming a CSIT. Okay, and when you're ready, you can go on to the second one too. That's fine, which is what is one thing your company can do to support programs in CSIT? Okay, so feel free to continue if things come to your mind in, documenting them on this Padlet. There's a couple of things that I just want to open up for discussion or get some more information on. So somebody put soft skills on there. Specifically, what type of soft skills are we looking at in reference to CSIT? I know right now, so in my spare time, when I do have spare time, usually on the weekends, I manage a public library. So I'm also a volunteer library director. And so I have a WIOA participant right now in high school who is doing some work-based learning with us. And so part of the things that I've had conversations with her about is like she asks like what can I do, and I give her a list of things to do, tasks, show her how to manage the data system, check out books, different things that we do. But when she completes it, sometimes she sits there and she gets on her phone again. And so I've had that conversation with her, like, you don't always have to get on your phone. Like, the part of work-based learning is asking questions and seeing like what else can I do, what else can I learn. I'm done with what I've done. I'm finished with what I'm doing. Do I have some free time to do this, or is there something else you would like me to do? So I know that's a an explanation of a type of soft skill. So I'm just wondering what other soft skills, elaborating and focusing on that. Okay, nice. So I see communication, applying information, time management, presentation skills, self-starting. Yeah, sometimes that's hard when you have people that wait to be told what to do instead of like taking an initiative to trying to figure it out on their own. Let's see, teamwork, database basics. And so what are those specific database basics in CSIT? And feel free to verbally answer too as well. It's open for.
That was mine. And
Okay.
and it just thinking about it prompted a question when I saw Jamie's presentation earlier. And I don't know if, the kind of field of data, if we think about data scientists, whether we include that in computer science or if we think of that separately, but certainly having that understanding of how data can basically be organized, how you can connect data, how you might, either manipulate it or use it to do some basic analysis. That's what I was thinking.
I'm not sure if you mentioned, Jean, the data cleaning, the process of making sure you have good data.
Yeah, data quality. To learn to be introduced to data quality would be a great thing.
Do you think that right now there are particular languages or structures that are most appropriate for young people to learn, or is it more of a concept that you can teach through any variety of tools?
I think it's conceptual, and I think once someone understands the basics, then picking up a new tool is easy. I don't think your education needs to be tied to a specific tool. I don't know. Do we have the AWS person in the room? I'm sorry if that's, but
I did have a question about the AWS, because to me that stands for American Welding Society. So in CSIT, what does that stand for?
Amazon Web Services.
Okay, nice.
It's
okay.
Amazon's cloud services. Yeah, those pesky acronyms.
I should have clarified.
No, it's fine, because I had seen it. I was writing them down when I saw them coming up in the chat, because I was like, some of them I have heard of and some of them I haven't. So I was writing them down because I like to start to research them and see what they entail. And I did see AWS, and I said, I'm gonna have to ask somebody in the breakout session what what that stands for in CSIT. So thank you for that.
I'm excited actually to see AWS here because we do some work on OpenStack cloud infrastructure where I have a group of system administrators that have to maintain and support all of that. And having them in the future have potential jobs through the experience they're getting as system administrators with like AWS, et cetera, is an exciting opportunity for them.
Yes, absolutely. We'd love to have those conversations, and we're also doing our best to connect on a local or statewide regional level some of our customers with a lot of the individuals going through these training programs within higher ed or community colleges. So really cool.
I noticed cybersecurity, and I did an introduction course before. I have a little bit of CS background. I did the Cisco networking with Northern New Mexico Community College. At the time, they had started the Cisco program of study. So I didn't see any of those certifications anywhere. Like nobody put those into the chat, or I didn't see it on the list. But how
networking, I think, was on the list. The networking certification was on the list, the survey list.
Okay. I didn't see that was on. Okay. So that's one of the industry recognized.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that aren't there though.
Right. And that's something that we can, as we network and we create these partnerships from, people like you, we can put together a list like that so that, we include everything on there so that people can, look at it and see, oh yeah, they do, acknowledge this type of certification. I know there's
I think the critical thing for us, Breezy, right now is to hear from people like Kimberly and Kristen, what certifications would they want to see high school and early college students getting, or bachelor students even getting, to be fully work ready. It's one of the challenges we've had at New Mexico Tech. Most of my students don't get certifications because they get placed at really high level positions and don't require certifications. But as we build the cybersecurity program for the entire state, working with you guys and others, HED, PED, EDD, we want to make sure that what we help develop and push into the schools, or help them provide with their in the schools, right? I don't want to push at them, but I want to make things available with minimal effort and cost on their part, that it's the things that Kristen and Kimberly need.
Right.
And of course, Jean too, you've got a set of needs as well, that I'm excited to hear because I wasn't the only one that wrote cybersecurity.
So Kimberly, Kristen, do you can you contribute?
I'll go ahead and chime in here if that's okay. And my apologies,
fine.
I actually have to drop off a little early here in the next few minutes for another call. But
okay.
I'll just say, kind of on the AWS side, we've got a number of certifications depending on the various roles that we are involved in. The cloud practitioner certification, though, is something that we are working on and seeing more and more on the high school side of things. Every AWS employee, whether or not you're in a tech role or not, actually has to pass that certification to be employed. And so that cloud practitioner certification, we call it the CPC, would be a good one for high school students. But, just looking at that list, cybersecurity, computational thinking, design thinking, we are hearing those same sort of skill sets from all of our customers that we interact with as well. So I would say those are definitely in high demand from what we're seeing. Just having that basic understanding and that common computer science understanding really goes a long ways in helping individuals have that core knowledge. And then they can learn other tech-related skill sets or certifications, but we're very supportive of the computer science initiative. So those are kind of all of my thoughts wrapped up into one.
So you mentioned 3, you said cybersecurity, computational thinking, and what was the third? I missed topic.
I was just going off the list here on the doc. I think I said design thinking,
Okay.
but we're hearing all of those, as well as the soft skills that play a critical role. Yeah, definitely big supporters of the computer science initiative and doing what we can to support that.
Thank you. As a
Great.
computer science professor, I appreciate that. All of the support AWS does, and others too.
Absolutely.
India especially.
Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, we're trying to create those pipelines from, high school to college to, out in the career workforce. So Kristen, do you have any additional information to add?
Yeah, the only thing I would say is my department doesn't really look at certifications as much as degrees and experience.
Okay.
Yep.
And I recognize that's kind of a catch-22 about not being able to get the experience.
Kristen, at some point, I would like to talk to you about our graduate programs and making sure that they are still providing what you need, the new transdisciplinary cybersecurity. We expanded and added reverse engineering, for example, at request from Sandia and Los Alamos. And at some point, it would be good to circle back with groups like yours.
Yeah,
we have everything.
I don't know if you have my email address, but please do, and I can get a group of managers together that could give you feedback on that.
Perfect. Thank you.
So
you're welcome.
So who puts summer student interns? Which companies offer those internships?
I will say I do, first of all.
Okay.
I did not put it there, but I also have year-round internships for high school students in cybersecurity that are aligned with the work I do with Sandia National Labs. They work on the same research project, but they're funded out of a separate pot of money so that the lab's not charged for those high school students.
Yeah, I didn't write that, but I would say yes, Sandia does offer internships as well, summer and round. And it's our best line to get into Sandia as well.
And
I'm the guilty one. I put it on the list. Sorry.
So does NMPED offer internships in the IT sector?
Last year there was an effort statewide.
Uh-huh.
And we in IT we're in a position to, jump in. But I think we would if the state made it easy. It wasn't easy last year, I'll just say that.
I know
remember when we placed our first intern with the state government for the cybersecurity program. Took an enormous amount of effort by our then state CIO.
Yeah, I mean, it's something the state should make easier to do, because I think we would and other agencies would take advantage.
Okay. I know when I used to work for NMDOT, we used to have summer internships programs with kids that came in during the summer to NMDOT, and that's a state agency too. So I'm just wondering how they run it